Today I've got something very, very special for you. This is one of the most renowned homes in Los Angeles, created by, I'm going to let Jade tell you because this is Jade's listing, created by one of the most renowned mid-century architects who designed some of the most memorable buildings, certainly in the United States, perhaps in the world, which we will go over in detail. And then this is a residence. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jade Devitt, PLG agent and all around good fella, killer agent. And this is his listing here in Hancock Park. So do you want to tell us a little bit about it, Jade?
Absolutely, Pete. So William Pereira, his mark on California architecture is indelible. His works with the Transamerica Pyramid, LAX, all these grand civic works, the former LACMA, Columbia Records, his imprint is all over California. This was his personal residence that he built for his family in 1960. And you can kind of see some of the trademarks of his style, where the main pavilion is next to the water feature. We have that same characteristic here. So clean lines, glass walls, bringing the outside in with the clear story windows. All those trademarks of Pereira are still here in the original framework. So it's a really beautiful property set on the Wilshire Country Club. We're on the 9th hole here, right in the heart of Hancock Park. Just a really great project.
So what year was this building constructed?
This building was started in the late 50s and was finished in 1960.
Okay, so slap bang in the mid-century period, like a proper pedigree. Now, I know we glossed over it for a hot second there, but if anyone who's flown into LA, into LAX, there is the magnificent, it used to be a restaurant, and I think I remember correctly, unless it was the drink, it used to rotate.
I'm not sure if it rotated, but it was a restaurant. It is the LAX theme building that he worked on with Paul Williams and Luckman, who was his partner for a very long time. So iconic, very much a part of LA and how you think about LA. His other grand work is, of course, the Transamerica Pyramid, which is a huge iconic part of California. He also did the Geisel Library in San Diego, which is a very striking, almost has a brutalist bend to it. But all these iconic works, more civic works, all these civic-minded works, very few residences, which makes this very special.
So tell us about the house. How many square feet are we? How many bedrooms? How many baths?
Yeah, so we're at 4922 on the living square footage. We're about 17.5 on the lot. We've listed it as it is originally on title, so 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. There's sort of a dual level primary suite here. You could kind of make it out that it's 6 bedrooms because some of those bedrooms do have closets, but we chose to kind of list it as its original footprint. We did have it measured and it's almost exact to what was on the original title records for square footage.
Okay. And then what I personally love about this home and all mid-century homes, the post and beam particularly, is this really dramatic cubist almost feel that so many of the mid-century homes have, and we're really spoiled here in LA. There's a lot of really great mid-century homes. So many of the case study homes are here, of course. And this is an iconic example of post and beam. You've got the posts, and then you've got the beams at the top, and then of course the whole house is all glass. And for me, looking out onto the golf course, which, not to keep using the word iconic to death, but the Wilshire Country Club is, the history here is insane. I mean, Frank Sinatra used to play the 9th hole, all the movie stars. What are some of the tales that you've heard? I
mean, the one thing that I've taken away just from personal experience is it's just the tranquility that you feel in this home. With all of the outside coming in, all of the green coming in through the clear story windows. I had just an incredible experience of sort of getting the property ready for sale and just this feeling that I would never imagine of being so just relaxed. I mean, as soon as you shut that carport gate, you feel like you're transformed and transfixed into a different reality. It's almost like, when you go to Hawaii or somewhere tropical and then like the environment just kind of changes your vibe. This has the same feeling. And being on the country club with this sort of green swath and, also filtered by the trees, so it feels private. You get the sun from the west side. It's just a really special property. You know, there's some interesting history here, obviously in Hancock Park. It's just a great setting.
You know what I really, really love is that this is obviously, I don't know if you can tell from the video, you probably can. This house can be reimagined. It's gone through the decades from when it was built, and then it was adapted in the 70s a bit, and then in the 80s a bit, and then in the 90s a bit. But the bones of it, thank God, the exterior and the grounds are pretty similar to when the house was built. So to find a named architect with an iconic building in a first-class neighborhood that someone can come and put their own thumbprint on is super rare. So if you want more information about this house, Jade's contact information is somewhere hovering around this media post, and you can reach out directly to him. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a rarity, which is why I wanted to get on and do an interview with Jade. Is there any, what's your favorite part of the house?
I mean, it's undoubtedly the grand entrance. You know, you come through the front gate and it goes around the pool, which is really grand. You know, there's an island in the pool with palm trees growing up. So I just imagine how beautiful this home would be once it's restored and brought back to its original grandeur. And just the glass walls, you know, there's so much light coming in the main pavilion. It's just truly special. You know, it's stunning. It's visually stunning. And we put some of the Julius Schulman prints all over the house from what it looked like originally when it was built. So you can kind of put together how these things function. You know, there was originally a conversation pit, like a sunken living room next to the pool. So, you know, I think somebody that has some imagination and some drive could easily bring this back to its grandeur, and you'd have something just magnificently special.
Are there any other of the original elements that are detailed in the photos that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so the main thing is sort of, you know, the carport is still original to where it was. The front entrance with the original sconce lighting is still there. This sort of beautiful brick wall is still original. And just basically the framework is still true to its original form. There was some renovations in the 80s where you could see the 60s and the 80s arm wrestling. You know, somebody probably thought the 60s was out of vogue at that time. So,
right.
You know, you'll see that in the hot tub in the atrium that was not original. But the other thing that was really special about this property, and it's shown off in the Schulman prints, is that there's two spaces that sort of have this indoor-outdoor flow. And originally one space had a palm tree growing in it. But it had this really almost kind of Japanese feel to it with like a really indoor-outdoor flow with these sort of translucent ceiling panels that kind of let the light in. So there's just so much to offer here. And I think, again, bringing it back to its original grandeur would be so doable. And it would be something that would just be very special.
Yeah, it is a really, really special moment. We're sitting here. It's a Saturday afternoon, which is busy on the golf course, although you would not know it. And we're right in the heart of LA. So Hancock Park is slap bang right in the middle of LA, but it feels like we could be in Palm Beach right now.
Yeah, it's a total oasis. Like you feel totally removed from the city and just surrounded by green. Very beautiful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful listing. So thank you very much, Jade. Bring it in, fella.
Thanks, buddy.